So I didn't really think I was going to have time to kind of squeeze it in. I really don't want to keep you guys up too late. I know I'm much. Nice.
Just see your poem.
Cool. But yeah, I didn't get to practice it, so hopefully when I call it, it will be there. We'll see. It's called A Few Thoughts About How We Think, version 2. We don't talk about version 1 anymore. This is version 2. You would be amazed if you knew the power of your thoughts. If you could look into this maze and see the mice are moving rocks like they've been trapped inside a cave that they are striving to unblock, like we are doomed to be but slaves until we finally pick that lock and open up our minds to more than superficial thoughts about these superficial things and all the soap opera plots that repeat and repeat while the spirit just rots. There's a cage inside a cage, and all we do is wish-wash, watching reality TV even while we dishwash, ignoring our own problems so we can laugh at someone else's. I think that's a clear indicator of where our general health is. We feed our minds so little substance and challenge it so rarely, dumb it down with stubbornness and excite it so carefully. It becomes sedated in numbness, and our lives become invariably entrenched in sameness, drenched and flameless, where the only thing that's wild is the amount of tameness. These are qualities more becoming of a mouse than a man, and assuming you can hold more than an ounce in your hands and assemble your thoughts into what amounts to a plan, then you owe it to yourself to take account while you can and live a life more deserving of this body you command, of this gift you've been given in all its bloody parts, from the senses you envision to your senseless beating heart. You have a conscious mind and an infinite brain, the ability to experience extreme pleasures and pain. You have free will and choice, language, and a voice. You can even distinguish between rhythm and noise. And then, to put a cherry on top of the sum, you have the not the least disposable, opposable thumb. But it all goes through here, the center of your sphere, where there's so much power that few ever steer. Like there's a rule to which we all adhere that says we must not interfere with how we think or what we fear, because then we might make this all clear. And what a shame that would be, to improve upon ourselves, to invest more effort than a wish upon a well, to make sense of this mess and let the truth out of its cell, make this world feel more like heaven instead of 50 shades of hell, to lay new tracks for new trains of thought, break the old trains on which we're all caught, finally face the demons we've never even fought, or explore the possibilities you already got. These behaviors are not valued in the world that we live, where groupthink makes you think you don't have much to give, where trends dictate change instead of your desires or emotions, and any signs of independence are bound to stir up a commotion. Because society doesn't want you to be different, it wants you to be the same, but who you are is different no matter how mundane your name. We're all wired for greatness, but few ever reach. Once in a blue moon, someone sets sail, while millions line the beach. Because so few believe what they are capable of, and so few of us are able to love ourselves or someone else without a list of conditions that basically says you can't change it all without our collective, pre-approved, rarely given permissions. We feel trapped, so we trap others. Make sure nobody escapes. Never mind the stars, we say, enjoy these same old landscapes. Because they're good enough, and you're good enough, even though it could all be better. I'm not sure if what I'm saying makes sense, but you should follow it to the letter. Besides, if you never change, then I don't have to change ever. How many times have I seen men post something on Facebook or wherever that is remotely sensitive or heartfelt, only to have their friends chime in with homo, gay, fag, sometimes joking, sometimes not. But even when they're joking, the message is the same. Then think about all the other ways that we do that to each other. You've seen it. So concerned one of us might do something different. We're policing each other's behavior, corralling our activities, keeping each other in line like sheepdogs, nipping at each other's ears, and not in the sexy way. Making sure none of us deviate from the norm, from what's expected at all, not even for a sec. Doesn't that seem scary to you? Maybe a tad unnecessary, that we're like backseat driving our friend's existence? Think about the harm that can do, how it can limit our ability to express ourselves, which can limit the ideas we willingly entertain and hold in our heads. And the last time I checked, it's pretty hard to think when you have no idea, or only one perspective. Why so many limitations? What is with all the unwritten rules? We are not allowed to do anything out of character. But we are not characters. We are constantly changing, constantly evolving systems of feeling and thought. What we are is wondrous, and it all wants to be expressed. It wants to be fulfilled and cultivated, not closeted and fearful. You want to experience all that you are. Did you know that? If not, now you do. My point is, if you never explore this space, the different sides of yourself and all this potential, how do you decide who you are or who you want to be? Have you not been deciding who you want to be? Do you know what you are capable of? I, for one, think not.
So, our final poet for the night, she's quite beautiful inside and out. Wait till you see, wait till you hear, wait till you experience this woman on stage. Her name is Gabriela Moriarty. Give her a round of applause, everyone, please.
Hi guys. Alright. I basically just wrote these two today, so I didn't memorize them. But bear with me. The first one is called Richie's Diary. And Richie's right here today.
Richie! Hey, Richie! Hello, Richie.
But this is my words for Richie's diary, so it has nothing to do with him. Just his name. All I want to do is to please her, caress her, feel her. As she sleeps next to me, my eyes wide shut, listening to her breath, wishing her inhale would be my exhale. In this moment of silence, somehow, I feel how God made us for each other. I would trace the outline of her body untouched, so I can study the way I believe I belong to you, and only you. As much as I would like to convince myself I'm not worthy, or if you would like to convince yourself that I'm not worthy, I am so graced to have you in my presence. You, my love, happened. And when you happened to everyone, things changed forever. You don't know the depths of my feelings for you. I don't even know the depths of my feelings for you. But we both can deny and hide this soul mating by being mates. Thank you. Thank you, Richie, for musing. Okay. So KJ's first poem today was Calling All Poets, and this one is inspired by that, and I felt like I was the one vital bee. All right, so this one is called The Honey Keeper.
Get your flowers.
I got one right here. Dot one. Okay, The Honey Keeper. You don't have to touch me to know I'm dangerous. You don't have to know me to understand I'm a hive. You don't have to taste me to want the juiciness I hide inside. From this cocoon, I will be attractive to you, tantalizing you with the promise of honey and wine. I will flaunt my secrets with my humble exterior, tempting you to have desires with subtle, sweet invitation to come and try. So, you will send your skunks and possum to dig at my door, but I will bring out my best repellent to knock you out on the floor. How dare you think I will share the fruits of my labor with just cheap thrills and easy joy, when I can share so much more to deconstruct your presumptuous disdaining ploy. I work with my scopus out, ready to carry tiny little piece of the flower's sun in high hopes to create something delicious and new at home. But did you know that behind the calm, cool charm, there is a buzz, bzzz, 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 a never-ending, nagging, busy buzz, filled with fears of tributing the blossom flower glow with futile attempts or mere imitation, confused between collective unconscious union and tremendous unknown plagiarism. It seems the muffled siren enchants on-hearer walking by outside, while all of the distracted shipwreck victims stuck in an amplified hexagonal cone swarming allergic jive. This is not a home. It is a concentration camp without concentration, but with snippets, scraps, and pieces, sketches, cracks, and crackers, danders, and irritants tossed and lingers. So I painfully pluck out all the pollen-carrying hair, convincing myself I got no more focus, no doubt. Weak as usual, dissected, mediocre, paralyzed in tragic irony. A body temple of holy shit nectar that oozes out, breaks in form of my own holy shit tears. Then my stinger drag along my lament, grooving the wax floor. In the crevices, a beautiful stream flowed. I have been using the wrong tools, it showed. I have made the wall, my body, into something more delicious, a candied, lyrical lunatic ghost. My stinger quills streams of strings, mark them into vivid pictures as the buzzers go. I still hear them, and they make me tremble at my knee, and my body mental. See, someone call an exorcist, or give me something to write with. Thank you.
Told you she's beautiful. One more round of applause for Gabriela, please. What a queen. We forgot about the revolving poem. Where's it at? I guess we should excavate it and where this. Yeah.
Hey, the pen is still there too. That's good.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. It's cool. Yeah, I can read most of the handwriting. That's good. Do you want to read this, LJ? Somebody want to read? You can read it. Come on. It was his idea. I liked it. It was pretty cool. You like it? Yeah. Oh, own it, man. Take some ownership. Yeah.
I like how y'all economize the space using the back and front, following instructions at the bottom, in parentheses. I wrote that, by the way. All right. The title of this poem is The Revolving Poem / creative writing. It's real creative. Fuck! Is what I screamed when nothing came to mind. Sunglasses. The day I bent her over and
This is why I didn't want to read it. I knew it. That's my line.
The day I bent her over from behind.
Oh, it stuck her from behind.
I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem.
Yeah.
Can't see to dream. 100 baht for the singha is fucking cool. I'm just taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line. Need another cigarette, or I'm like to lose my mind. The diamond dragon of my creation manifested. The sin city is exhausting my lungs. The shit, oh, the things that be on people's mind? No, people's mind. I'm sorry, I read that shit wrong. People's mind. I have seen another color of the spectrum: saffron, lemon, aloe indigo. To live in Bangkok is the dogs. To live in Bangkok is the dogs because beauty. Wallace? Wait. Beauty wall is like the night, hiding in what? I'm just hey, if I need a second opinion, I might need to holler at you. All right. Rewind. Because beauty wall is like the night, hiding shadows of obvious light and running, and all in capitals, by the way, as the pun in her to rise. Y'all can't write. Chasing the mean, looking for purpose by what? That works. No, chasing the moon, sorry. Chasing the moon, looking for purpose by my insides. Eden ringing in my ears, I want to hide. This is awesome, it says on the side. What people find acceptable just makes me want to cry. Next page. But sometimes there is a spontaneous human corruption. For to see I think you spelled this wrong. For to see readies us to do. Say what you mean, but Nana, please. Don't say it with meaning. That's his name, my bad. Say what you mean, but Nana, please say with meaning, god damn it. For it meaning, oh Nana. We see what you mean. I am not fat, I'm fluffy. It's all crumbling down. Don't get too comfy. The life you know be simply a thin veneer. They spelled B with just a letter, by the way. And then he got so severed. Never underestimate the power of your words. Spice Girls forever! Colon and parentheses, happy face. If you want to be my lover, let your mind wander, because I don't want to live in a box. Stay existing and start living. Caressing her hips. And lips. And meeting her in totality. Instead of trying to sink or swim, I'm finally floating. Instead of meaning or cohesion or narrative, we're blindly writing whatever pops into your mind at this given moment, and then it passes. At this given moment, whatever's in my mind pops out of the masses, unapologetically swirling and fuck, you people cannot write. Unapologetically swerving and admitting likey, breaking, cloudy, forming in shapes like turtles and lions and shit. Or maybe I'm just a bit tipsy.
in case you were wondering what that would be like. That was awesome and very interesting. Cool. Or maybe I'm just a bit tipsy. Yeah, it's a good question. Again, if you want to be on a mailing address, whatever, you can put your name on here. We got all that email address. Thank you. How happy with our first show? First show is good?
Big round of applause for you guys. Thank you very much. The poets, no more for all the awesome 11 poets up here tonight.
You guys represented it well. You represented the art well. I really appreciate you coming together and making my life easy and beautiful in all your wordy ways that you do. Okay? Thank you very much. Again, don't forget, February 9th, our next show at The Alchemist, Soy 11, right across from Cheap Charlie, in case you don't know where it is. It's a cool little place. Awesome cocktails. You'll dig it. All right? See you then, guys. Thank you very much.